Hey everybody, welcome to Post Preps Game Day. I am Preps editor Kyle Newman out here at Cherry Creek High School ahead of a huge matchup, number 5 Regis at number 1 Creek tonight at the Stutler Bowl, 7 p.m. Of course, you can stream that live online on our Facebook page at Denver Post Prep Sports and at denverpost.com/preps. That game brought to us by American Furniture Warehouse. And before we get to the action tonight, I'm here today on campus with head coach Dave Logan and wideout Dimitri Stanley. So, Coach Logan, I'll start with you. 19-7 loss to these guys last year. What are some immediate keys right off the bat to get a win tonight?
Well, we have to play better. We have to, you give credit where credit is due, and I thought Regis played better than we did in the first game last year. We've been at it in the off season. It's been, I think, a great effort collectively by the team. The weight room has really picked up. I think we've worked very, very hard. We all understand this is a big game. It's not going to be the biggest game that we play this year, and I would suspect it won't be the biggest game that Regis plays, but it's a big game against a quality opponent. So we have to play better than we did last season in week 1 and take care of the football, and hopefully we will.
And obviously, Dimitri, going to see you. You're a Division I commit on this team, but you got lots of other guys too, not necessarily committed yet, but they're going to be making plays. Gunnar Garcia, obviously Alex Padilla at quarterback, and we were talking right before the show how you started, 5 sophomores on offense last year. Is that going to pay off, you think, this year?
Well, I hope so. I mean, it's always, I've never done that in my coaching career where 5 sophomores on one side of the ball, and they just were the best players. They gave us the best chance to win. So there's a growing stage, a growing phase when you do that kind of thing. So, yeah, I mean, Dimitri has had a great off season. I think we've got a good collection of high school football players. And the thing that I like a lot about this team, it's been a team, I mean, 2 things. One, that they've really worked hard in the off season. They haven't, as I like to say, spit the bit with respect to us pushing them and trying to get them ready. And the second thing is, I think this is a team that really likes each other. My sense is that it's a very close team. You don't always get that every single year. You get varying degrees of that. But I like sort of the mindset of this group, and now it's time to put everything into play that we've worked on in the off season and see what happens in week 1.
And Coach, you look at over at the Regis Jesuit side, they're bringing back a lot of pieces from last year too. Justin Lamb at quarterback, DJ Jackson in the backfield, a pretty potent offense. Defensively, how do you shut them down?
Well, I mean, when you have a quarterback that has played a full season, this will be his 2nd year as a starter, I think things tend to slow down for him. So I suspect that they're going to be even better than they were last year on offense. They were explosive. They've got athletes that once they get them to space, you're not going to catch them. So it's important really that we tackle well. It's important that we force the issue on him and not let him stand back there and discount the house as he throws the football. And I think it's also important, and we talked about this last night when I addressed the team, we understand the Regis is a quality team. I mean, they made it to the Final Four last year, as did we. So we're playing a team that is certainly capable of beating us if we don't play well. There will be ebb and flow in this game. There will be ups and downs. So they're going to make some plays. How we handle those type situations in terms of them making a play and us having to regroup, learn from it, and then immediately forget about it and move on to the next play, I think will largely determine how successful we are.
Again, folks, this is Post Preps Game Day. I'm Kyle Newman alongside Cherry Creek head coach Dave Logan out here previewing the 7 p.m. game tonight at the Stutler Bowl. Again, that's the Post Preps TV Game of the Week brought to you by American Furniture Warehouse. You can stream that live online at denverpost.com/preps. Let's go to the crowd here for a second. Let's get a little hyped up, huh? Who's excited for Game Day? You were all Colorado last year, going to see you. I know a lot of hype around your own career personally, but I mean, what does it mean for you to have this opportunity in front of you senior year and potentially a state championship team here at Cherry Creek High School?
Man, it's just really exciting. I'm really confident about the team we brought back this year, and I think we can do some special things on offense and defense. I think once we finally get rolling, we should be a hard team to beat, and I really believe that we can make it to this to Sports Authority Field this year.
Yeah, and we talked about Padilla earlier, and you got a couple experienced guys in the backfield, and Alec Pell and Jaylee Stacks, 2 guys who started last year. And then up front, I know always physical. I mean, what's your prognosis? What's your thoughts on the offense and how you got to get it going against Regis here tonight?
We definitely have a lot of young guys on the team, so I think we got to make sure that their head is in it. We got to make sure that they're ready to deal with the crowd, deal with the fans, deal with all that, and be prepared, be as prepared as they can for Regis. But I'm confident with Jay Lee Stacks running that ball. He's a big guy, put on some weight this offseason. Going to be hard for us to stop. Alec Pell, same way, put on a lot of muscle. He's going to be hard to stop. And then we've got a whole bunch of linemen that I'm really confident about as well.
And of course, Regis, they're going to have some stout guys on defense. Tama Tuatele, linebacker, Jake Heimlicher at defensive end. He led the state in sacks with 22 last season, so they're going to be tough to contain. But Dimitri, one final thing here before we look towards other Week 1 action. What was learned from the returners last year coming into this year? I mean, came up just field goal short of getting to that title game. How do you kind of channel that fire for this year?
Coach Betty said it in our meeting yesterday. Got to come back fired up. Somebody has to take the blame for our loss. Not necessarily the blame, but somebody. We need somebody to take our anger out on.
Right.
So and
who better than your Week 1
exactly.
opponent, right?
And too bad for Regis. They drew the short stick on that one.
So with that, Dimitri, we'll go to some predictions here and some analysis, some other top games around the area. Broomfield at Legacy, that's 7 p.m. at North Stadium. Coach Blair Hubbard and the Eagles taking on QB Alec Lewis and Legacy. I'm going to go with Broomfield in that one, an upset pick, even though Legacy has won 6 of the last 9. 4A state runner-up, should I say. Broomfield, I think, is going to bring the heat in that Week 1 Broomfield City Showdown. And then we got Mullen at Valor. These are two opponents you know very well. And before I give my prediction on that one, 7 p.m. Valor Stadium, what's your assessment of their Week 0 play? Mullen getting blown out by Pomona, Valor getting a good win against an out-of-state team.
I think they both look like very good teams. We actually had our scrimmage. Our first scrimmage was against Mullen. They didn't look too bad, but they lost a lot of guys last year, and that always plays a role in how successful your team is the year after. But Valor, I watched the game. I don't know how they're going to deal with that quarterback situation. Blake Stenstrom getting hurt in that first game. But other than that, I think they look good. Pomona's definitely a force to be reckoned with, and but Mullen and Valor are also a team to beat too.
So in that one, I like Valor. I'm going to take Valor by about 10, maybe 12 points, 14 points, 2 touchdowns there. 7 p.m. Valor Stadium. And of course, this final one, the Post Preps TV Game of the Week. I like Cherry Creek in this one. Don't let me down, Dimitri. You're not going to let me down, right?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. So I got Cherry Creek by a touchdown over Regis. I think it's going to be a back-and-forth game. Ebb and flow, as Coach Logan said. Any final thoughts on what you need to do to get a win tonight?
Just want to get all our fans out to support us, come and support Creek, and hopefully we can get this win.
Absolutely. Well, thanks a lot, Cherry Creek High School, for having us out here. It's an awesome game day show, and be sure to head to denverpost.com/preps to check it out, and you can stream it, of course, on our Facebook as well.